Coming up next, an 80s horror film with your favorite campy horror tropes. Dumb teenagers, gratuitous nudity, robots, open mouth gum chewing.
Wow.
That guy.
That guy.
And the mall.
Cigarettes and vending machines.
All Guts So Gory presents Chopping Mall.
They broke into the mall for the wildest all-night party of their lives.
Get that meat.
But you're never alone in the chopping mall.
What's that? Robot blood.
Chopping mall, where shopping costs you an arm and a leg.
The mad and macabre.
Oh, what monster could have done this?
I'm just gonna bash your brains.
Before dawn, make your choice. Wake up, little girl.
Playtime's over.
We don't know what death is.
Sliced and diced.
Welcome to the All Guts So Gory podcast. Our conversation today is on the horror classic Chopping Mall. I'm joined by Justin and Charlie. Chopping Mall is great. This is a great hangout movie. I picked this one because we were doing some heavy stuff. I want to do something a little bit silly, a little bit campy. And it's one of those ones that just I didn't discover until the streaming era of television where you could just go in and find horror movies listed on places. It was maybe about 7 or 8 years ago I discovered this. But I always am a sucker for a movie with a playful title, like Chopping Mall instead of Shopping Mall, or It's a Wonderful Knife, things like that.
Not a good movie. Don't
Zombievers, anything that's like Santa's Sleigh, but Sleigh is spelled Slay. I'm always a sucker for like a clever title. But guys, I've seen this movie 3 times this week.
Same.
Which is easy with a runtime of 76 minutes.
Oh,
and as
so
many
good.
times as I've seen this, I can't tell. And I'll start with this question for you. Did they do a good job designing the killbots or the protectors, if you will? I want to say sure, but I feel like it's missing something, but I don't know what. Charlie, go ahead.
As a child of the 80s, I know you guys are 90s.
Whoa.
Teen pubescent guys. As a child of the 80s, this movie was so beautiful. I mean, it gave me girls with big hair.
That's right.
Guys that are like total douchebags and rolled up cuff jeans. We're at the mall. There's robots. There's like scientist guys who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This movie is a gem for me, and maybe it's just because of the time frame I lived in. But oh my God, this movie is 76 minutes. It could have been 12 hours. I'd have watched every single fucking minute.
Wow.
Every single minute.
I think Mike would have at least waited. He would have made it through 79 minutes or so, right, Mike? I think.
Yeah.
90 is his tops. Then you have a good. You have to have a good reason why it needs to go.
You're
past
going
90.
longer, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched this 3 times this week because I watched it once through to watch it. The second time I was doing my prep and I put it on, and then the third time I put it on because I still had to prep the second half of the movie, but I just started at the beginning instead of going to the second half, and I just watched the beginning again.
I swear, I watched this movie like 6 months ago.
I watched this 3 times all the way through this week.
So when you said this was the movie you were going to pick, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then I've watched it at least 3 times all the way through because it's only 76 minutes.
Yeah.
Like Who doesn't have an extra 76 minutes?
There are
every
episodes
day of the week.
Stranger Things and Game of Thrones that are longer than this.
Right.
All right, guys. This is the first time I saw this movie. I watched it once this week, and it did leave a huge, huge impression on me, though. Going back to Mike's original question, though, did they design this robot well? Are you talking about for entertainment value, or for doing what it needs to do?
I think a little of both. Like the fact that it's on tracks is practical because it can turn on a dime in those narrow
very practical
hallways.
It could also go over things, right?
Yeah, it's also the size of like a trash can. Like it's only as tall as like trash can height. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, should it have been bigger so it can be seen?
There had to be like practicality of when we're talking about 1986. We're not talking about there's an AI. There's like computers are big in the 80s because of just the technology we had at the time. And I mean, the fact that it was on tracks was beautiful. The arms that came out and the Cylon from Battlestar Galactica head was very timely. And it was, I will tell you that this robot was perfect for 1986.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know what you're going to go into or not, but if you look at the robot that Nintendo came out with in 1985, kind of similar to this and Johnny Five from Short Circuit. So both on tracks, right? Much different than the 60s where it was like Robbie the Robot and Forbidden Planet, those walk-in guys or whatever.
The guy in the costume.
Right, the guy in the costume. So this, I mean, it looked like it was really cooking, like at certain times. It looked like it was going pretty quick. Sometimes it looked like it was going stupidly slow, but then other times it was zooming. Yeah. Straight line acceleration is pretty good. I think you could probably zigzag like an alligator and get away from this thing.
Right.
No, you could.
Yeah. You could. It could not keep up with a human.
Yeah. But no way. I found this movie to be delightful.
It was delightful.
It was a lot of fun.
Completely delightful.
I have notes. I definitely have critiques and things that we can talk about later. But and we got to see some people that we knew in there. This was like
there's some horror royalty in this.
We did an episode on a couple of the different Friday the 13th, right? We've got somebody from one of those.
Yeah.
And like they all act pretty well. Like they're pretty good in this movie. They're not good actors, but like they all work.
For this budget, the acting was great. It never took me out. I was never like, oh, that's over the top, or that's like, I mean, except for what's her name? You know what I'm talking about.
Boobs McGee? Susie Slater? She took me out with something else.
She is not a great actor.
Are we talking about
she served the purpose? Yes. She served the purpose of what she was there for.
Yes, she did.
But everyone else is like, great. I had no notes on acting. I mean, for what it is, for when it was, and for the budget they had, I'm fine with this movie.
I will say that I would never eat at that pizza place if that dude came out of the back looking like that, man.
I would see that shirt and I'd like walk straight out. That's not that's not Sbarro's.
What was with that restaurant? It was like a pizza place, but there was also like mixed vegetables and mashed potatoes and gravy on plates,
and like an eating competition apparently for that.
And obviously, an
waitress more butter
option. One fucking all you get like more waitress more butter. Like fuck you, dude. You're like 35. You're gonna die at 37.
I think that guy would have died that day, right? Like you said.
Probably. Oh my god, robots would have had a field day with that guy.
We are like getting into it, so let's
just move on.
What other questions pre getting into it should we answer for you?
All right,
let's go.
So we think the Killbots were good. We're chef's kiss.
Yes, why not?
Right. Mall culture. This is 1986. It's the peak of mall culture. This is after Fast Times at Ridgemont High has been out for 4 years by now. Mall culture is only growing and growing. I'm glad that I grew up in mall culture. I think kids these days are missing out. The social interaction at the mall, it was like learning how to have social skills, but in a safe place. Because you go to the mall with your friends and you take a lap and you like see like the girls
If
in
there
your
were any girls
class,
there, yeah,
like
exactly.
they're doing the lap, but they're on the other side, and then like you pass by them again, you try to catch their attention, and then maybe you like stop so that they'll catch up to you, and then you walk behind them like, hey, where you guys going? Like, it was like
Hey,
a safe,
girl.
it was like a safe place to practice your
What's
social
up?
skills that wasn't school.
Let me holler for
It
just a second.
was.
Let me holler for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, let me holler
And
at you, girl.
that's before I didn't have a phone, but I had a notepad to take
Yeah.
down some numbers.
Can I buy you an
I'm
orange
telling,
Julius?
I'm telling, I'm telling.
And then there was
So
at our mall, there was an Aladdin's Castle, which was like a arcade. Mall arcades were the best back in the
yeah.
day.
Mine was
Oh, they
called
were.
Dream Machine.
I had an Aladdin.
That's actually my stage name.
Dream Machine. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's a different pod.
Hmm.
It's a totally different pod. So, being a child of the '80s, when I may just be repeating myself, but mall
Yeah.
culture was the shit. And I was in a small town, probably like 30 miles away from the nearest mall. So when as a teen, a junior high age kid, when I went to the mall, it was always with my parents. And then it wasn't until I was in my later teens and junior high or high school when I went to the mall with like friends and we would like pregame and oh my God, it's just like a core memory. Like I'm gonna be at an old folks home in 40 years and I'm gonna be like, hey, where's that Spencer's at? And, like that kind of stuff.
I used
And
to be the
Spencer's,
furniture
I mean,
king.
exactly. Like this movie hit on so many different levels. I just love it.
Like a
It's just,
mall, so
and
many
like
levels.
76 minutes.
Well,
Yeah.
Right.
Travis.
Right.
My
And it's
mall was
so
actually
easy to
one floor.
watch. And it's just like, it hits everything.
What?
Sorry,
Was it
guys.
Yeah.
really?
I
I'm
mean,
fawning over this movie.
yeah. I mean, I
So
lived
I
in
always
the. Oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead. I
No,
was
you
gonna
go.
say I always used to have to go by the when I was younger. I used to like to wear basketball jerseys. Okay, who didn't? Right. So you always had to make a trip there. Had to make a trip by the champ shoes.
Yeah.
Had to go by the arcade.
Yeah.
You had to like pretend like you had more than
Oh,
two
for
nickels
sure.
to rub together. Yeah, which I did
Preach.
not.
Yeah.
And then you'd look at the CD store, which was $24 CDs, man.
Right.
Like, holy shit, man. Sam Goody.
Yeah. And then you had to, you
And then
got
the
to listen to
Spencers.
them. You go and listen to them, and the little headphones on the wall,
The
preview them.
Spencers. You
Yeah.
dare each other to go in the back part of Spencer's.
My mall did
Right.
not have a Spencer's. Like I said, my mall was one floor. It didn't have a Spencer's. I had to go to the good mall like 4 towns over to go to Spencer's and get to a second floor. But
Are you sure this wasn't just like Target that your mom would take you to?
no, I mean
Was
it
this like
was
one of those weird video stores with the beads that separated the
almost.
videos
No,
from like the
it was just
Okay.
background?
more rural. Like so
Gotcha.
they later added a Boscov's to the mall in my town, and Boscov's was 2 floors, and it was the first escalator put into my town, and this is like
Ooh,
2001.
Mm.
So
wow.
yeah, but the rest of the mall had a movie theater that had like
Yeah.
eight theaters in it. It had a food court, and it had Caldor and Sears and Macy's. No, not Macy's. J.C. Penney as the cornerstone
Probably
stores.
had Hecht.
Yeah.
The Hecht store probably.
Not at this
Before it
one,
was
but
Famous
Gilbert's.
yeah,
Bar.
but like Foot Locker and Champ Sports and some of the other cornerstone stuff. But
K Jewelers.
yeah, definitely
Orange Julius.
Orange Julius, K
Orange
Jewelers.
Julius feels like a newer thing, doesn't it? Or no?
No, not
No,
for me.
no, it's old.
It's old.
My dad was like,
Chick-fil-A.
my dad was all about
Chick-fil-A
Orange
was
Julius before
I
when
was
I was a kid.
Chick-fil-A was like only
The
in
mall.
malls for the longest time.
And Panda Express.
No, that
Didn't
was
have that.
That was post my mall days.
Yeah.
Sbarro.
Yeah.
There's
I think we had like a
Sbarro's,
Tony's Pizza or something.
Chick-fil-A,
No,
Cinnabon.
we had Sbarro.
Cinnabon.
Yeah, we had Sbarro. Subway. We had boardwalk
Oh,
fries.
yeah.
On the East Coast, boardwalk fries was the thing.
All right.
Anyway,
Let's
talk about chopping.
corral this.
So
let's get to the movie.
This is 1986. It's 2 years after the Terminator. It's 1 year before RoboCop. All right.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jane Corman, who is the wife of Roger Corman, legendary B horror movie producer. Jane Corman was asked by Vestron Pictures, who made Chopping Mall, to bring a horror movie taking place in a mall to them as an idea. She asked this friend, Jim Wynoski, to write it, and he agreed only if he could direct it. He'd only directed one film prior to this. He had lunch with Roger Corman, and Jim Wynoski said basically that in this 1 hour lunch, he learned more from Roger Corman than he did in 4 years of film school. He basically got film school in 1 hour. Yep. Wynoski and a friend, Stephen Mitchell, banged out this script in one day, and Vestron loved it. And they were on board, and then now we're making the movie. Another story of just banging out a script in a day or a weekend, and like you're just fucking rolling in it.
You said right? Banging.
Banging.
So since I brought him up, let's talk about our director, Jim Wynoski here. Can we have the Hall of Fame discussion now?
I never heard of him.
Settle down.
I mean, he directed Chopping Mall, written and directed by, and other fine films such as The Bear Wench Project, parts 1 through 5.
Never heard of it.
The Breastford Wives.
Nope.
House on Hooter Hill.
Oh my God. We're talking about adult films?
The Da Vinci Coed.
Oh, wow.
Adult films.
The found footage classic Cleavage Field. This one's not a horror. The Devil Wears Nada. And my personal favorite, The Hills Have Thighs.
Oh my God.
Hall of Fame. Hall of Famer?
He's on the short list.
I don't know. Anyway. So he's a big exploitation director, and I got a ton of credits to his name. Yeah. So we talked about Roger Corman, his role in this. There was a lot of Easter eggs throughout this movie based on the Cormans and some other stuff. We'll talk about the cast as we go through the film, but there's 3 characters in particular that show up in other films. And one of them is the Waspy couple in the beginning during the presentation who own the restaurant. Eating Raoul. Yeah, they're in that. Yeah. Paul and Mary Bland. And then Dick Miller, who I absolutely love, plays the janitor named Walter in a film called Bucket of Blood. And Gremlins and the Terminator. He's the
Terminator. Yeah.
Love Dick Miller. Probably he's easily the best actor in this movie. I mean, I love Barbara Crampton too, but Dick Miller is so good. Dick Miller is like acting really hard in this.
And he only has such a small part.
And it's a small part.
Come on, man.
I know. He's putting all of his weight into it. And then the movie that Allison and Ferdy watch is a Corman film called Attack of the Crab Monsters. The Lost Empire movie poster in the restaurant is Wynoski's first film. This one was his second. If you notice, the pet store is called Roger's Little Shop of Pets, play on Little Shop of Horrors, which is Roger Corman film. So a lot of Easter eggs in this, a lot of inside jokes. This movie was made on an $800,000 budget. And the only number I could find for what it grossed,
how much?
It was an $800,000 budget. The only number I could find for what it grossed, and it's listed on 2 different publications, is $807. Not 807 million, not 807,000, 807.
No way.
At an average 1986 ticket price of $3.71 to go see a movie, that means that 217 people saw this movie in a theater.
No way. It can't be true.
I can't find another number. $807. I found it on 2 different publications. I can't find another number. It was released on November 14th, 1986 in New York City. Very limited release. I don't know that it got any more than that.
Obviously not.
Yeah. Snubbed at the Oscars, as far as awards goes. Platoon and 4 movies no one ever talked about since 1986 were the Oscar nominations that year. The Metacritic score, 22. Way down there in the red. Boo hoo. Rotten Tomatoes, tomato meter, 58%. Fan score, 40%. Really odd that the fan score on this is lower than the critic score. Really, really odd.
That's very odd.
I don't get it.
Because this is like a fan service movie. It's not a critically acclaimed movie. This is fan service. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe people were expecting something else, which is possible. We could talk about it. It's called Chopping Mall. There's no real chopping going on. I don't know. That's, maybe one of the things that the robots could have had is like some sharp object that they cut off some limbs or sever a head with at some point.
Maybe.
They just had their pinchers, man.
They just had those pinchers,
That's what they cut dude's throat with.
I know. Yeah.
Let's get to that.
So, let's jump into the movie. Why not? The tagline here is where shopping costs you an arm and a leg. I think that's perfect.
That's pretty good.
Pretty damn good.
It's not short. It's not long. It's
right.
succinct.
It's right in the sweet spot. It's right in the slot. Yeah. So let's jump into this movie. All right. The opening scene. There's a jewel thief, as malls always tend to have.
Right.
A robot comes after him, asking him to stop right there. It's one of our kill bots. It's one of the protectors. He tases the bad guy. The end. All right, guys. Final thoughts on Chopping Mall before we get out of here.
No notes.
Right. No notes.
No. So the end was part of a presentation of a film they were showing, I guess, to a group of stakeholders. They unveil the 3 robots that they're going to employ at this mall, the Protector 101 series of robots.
Right? Which nothing can go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely nothing. And Charlie, Charlie, there was 3 of them on stage before we came on this pod. What did you say about the middle one?
What did I say about the middle one?
The middle one has an unpleasant ethnic quality.
What?
That's what one of the audience people said.
No,
right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was the comment in it, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yes, that was Paul and Mary Bland. Yeah, they had, I don't know what they were doing. They all 3 looked the same, and he goes, the one in the middle has an unpleasant ethnic quality. And then they cut to him again, and he's like, maybe get one for the restaurant. We can get rid of people we don't want.
Yeah.
And then the third line he says is, it reminds me of your mother, the laser eyes.
Yeah.
Just cracking wise the whole time.
Yeah. They're so waspy, so awful people.
And of course they talk about, this is where they're like, hey, what if this or what if that, right? Like,
yeah, they're asking questions, what could go wrong? They're sleep darts. They're not going to kill anybody, but in the presentation, that guy looked pretty dead.
He looked pretty dead to me.
So one of them comes online. The guy giving the presentation has the person in the control room fire one of them up, ask him for his ID badge for all the workers that are going to be working after hour to show their badge. They're like, thank you. Have a nice day.
Right.
Very, very cordial. And then absolutely nothing can go wrong. And then do we possibly get the most 80s opening credits ever?
It's pretty bad. It's pretty 80s.
Yeah.
What is that score? Is that score done on like a Casio keyboard or something?
Probably.
We get a random kid that goes into an elevator with an ice cream cone, and then like 40 people cram in there really fast. And then when they come out, the kid's just covered in ice cream. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
A parade of beauty pageant ladies.
Yes.
Right. And the guy's
the guy trips going up the escalator. You're standing still. The escalator's doing the work, and he falls down.
It's like, wait for me.
Holding a stack of boxes, and he's just like falls down on the escalator.
We have the lady taking the craziest path with the precariously filled tray of hot dogs and sodas and popcorn.
Oh my god!
Like
she has like 12 sodas for 3 people.
Yeah,
I have so many thoughts. What?
Yeah.
All right, she can't get a seat in the food court. What was the point of this? And then when she gets to the table, it's like the table's missing. It just has like the little frame that where the bolts go.
Right.
And she doesn't necessarily set the tray on the little frame part where the table should be, but she also doesn't necessarily like throw it in the guy's lap. It's like something in between those two.
Yeah, it was
and just
something.
spills all over the place. I'm like what
12
is
drinks
going
for 5
on?
people. 4
like,
people.
what is going on? What is she supposed to be
There were, like,
accomplishing?
7 hot dogs stacked on each other.
We also then have the kid and the adult that totally looks like a pedophile fighting over the arcade game.
Oh, was that his dad? Like, did they have to leave? And
felt
was
like
that
it was his dad? Yeah.
And then he wanted to play a little bit,
starts
but then
playing.
he left.
He's like pushing, like grabbing the kid's arm to get him off the game, but then the dad starts playing.
But
and then the kid's grabbing his arm, like, no, I'm playing.
The second he left, that other rando
some other dude like
swipes
in. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on here. It's part of what makes it such a fun watch. And then we have the kid the guy that falls on the escalator, distracted by the bikini models. Let's meet our first 2 girls here. We have Allison. Allison and Susie. They work at a restaurant here in the mall, not in the food court. This is a restaurant. You know, there's a line in Mallrats about that. You know, but Allison is played by Kellie Maroney, who gets top billed here. Kellie Maroney been in a lot of horror stuff, and then we have
Night of the
Comet, and then her friend Susie, who is horror royalty, played by Barbara Crampton, most notably of Reanimator fame.
And From Beyond.
From Beyond,
yeah. After we meet them, you know, they share a little scene in the restaurant they're working at. She wants to play matchmaker with Susie, wants to set up Allison at this party. They're going to have at the mall after hours. But let's cut to our first kill. So our mall has a command center for these new protectors or killbots, whatever you'd like to call them.
Right.
Which I guess are going online that day, the same day as the presentation, or the day after.
It kind of feels like
that. Yeah, very, very, very soon. And they, a lightning strike. It fries something in this command center, and one of the killbots comes online. The operator, one of the operators of the command center, he's the only one in there. He's holding up a centerfold to a nudie mag, and then this killbot just uses his little pinchers and busts through the nudie bag and chops his throat right through the
chops his throat.
Leaves little puncture wounds in his neck. We see the blood coming out of his mouth. That's our first kill. He did.
Because all that lightning,
Yep. So let's meet some of our guys now. Before we meet the guys, you can hear over the loudspeaker as Ferdy's walking through the furniture store. Someone says there's a lost child in lingerie. That's just hilarious.
That was me.
Yeah. I was always getting lost as a kid.
Did anybody try on purpose to scare their parents by standing inside the clothing racks? Pretty effective.
No, I literally always got lost as a kid. I was always trying to find something better to do. And would just go away.
Your abandonment issues right now. You're like, I'm scared.
I don't have abandonment issues.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So Ferdy, he's played by Tony O'Dell. That is Jimmy in the Karate Kid movies. And Cobra Kai, he comes back for that. Yeah. He's our nerd, assistant manager. He's supposed nerdy Ferdy, if you will.
Hey, don't make me pull rank. Don't make me pull rank.
Yeah. He's supposed to be watching the store. Guys he works with, they want to have an after-hours party with the girls in the store. Greg, played by Nick Siegel, he's organizing the whole thing. These guys are like 35, right? They at least look like it.
They're young.
Did.
Yeah. And Greg's buddy Mike, played by John Terlesky, he turns out to be more of a director than an actor in his future. A lot of TV shows you've heard of, he's taken a turn directing some episodes, like some really big TV shows. Network shows, not like Game of Thrones and stuff like that, but like network TV stuff. Here is chewing gum. Great gum chewer. Chewing gum like a total douchebag. Open mouth chewing gum. Great 80s hair like a douchebag. Just this. just a good 80s foil, you know. He's the, you know, I just like his character being just a total shitheel in the best way, you know. He doesn't mean, he's not like a mean guy, but he's definitely like the heel in the group. So they're going to throw this party in the Furniture King store after the mall closes. Next, we meet Rick and Linda. Rick's played by Russell Todd. He was also Scott from Friday the 13th Part 2. He was the first kill, I think, in Part 2. Scott was the guy that was flirting with Terry with the slingshot, hitting Terry in the ass with the slingshot.
He was upside down guy. Yeah, he was the upside down guy.
Yep. And then his girl, Linda, is played by Carrie Emerson. Didn't do much after this either. And then we meet Leslie, who Mike goes to find who works elsewhere in the mall to let her know about the party going on. She's played by Susie Slater.
And boy, was she ever.
Yep. Yeah. So that's our crew. Our crew is 4 guys, 4 girls. 3 of them are established couples, and Greg and Susie are trying to hook Ferdy and Allison up together. They're not a couple yet, but they're trying to play matchmaker a little bit at this party. Not too long. It's only a 76-minute movie, so they're not playing matchmaker too long. Basically, like, come to this party. It'll be fun. You'll like this guy. Whatever.
Can I just say, I left this movie never wanting to buy furniture from a department store ever again.
Well, why is that, Justin?
Because there's probably jizz all over these couches and chairs and shit, man.
They put down fresh sheets.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
The clean sheets. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Broken springs probably too, man.
Hopefully.
Yeah, maybe that's why. Maybe that's that lump in my couch. I don't know.
Aw.
So yeah, let's get to our next kill. Security guy number 2.
Oh,
control room operator number 2. No, not yet. Not the janitor.
No, this is another one of your guys.
Oh, wait, who's this?
This is Child's Play 2, the dad.
Garrett Graham. He was in a lot of stuff
in the
70s.
You're right. I did not make that note. You're right.
He's a 70 or Second City alumni. He was in Used Cars. He was in, I can't remember the movie with the gorilla. I mean, he was in. He played bit parts in a lot of movies.
Yeah,
in the 70s.
Right. Good pull. Forgot that. Yep. Yeah. So he is security guy number 2, or control room guy number 2. Comes in to relieve the other one. Did the robots remove the first guy's body? Because it's not there. I'm not sure that they were programmed to do that.
Right,
but
they're programmed to detain criminals, right?
Well,
but not this one. Like they got rid of.
They don't have handcuffs. They just like in the presentation, they just hit them with a sleep dart, and then they're there until the cops show up, like still asleep.
Yeah.
But so this guy comes in and doesn't find the other guy, but he sits down in the chair anyway. This killbot has like a small spear gun type thing that shoots through his neck on a rope, and then it reels him in.
Yeah, he's got a lot of shit, man.
So he's got.
He was in Child's Play 2.
You got a fucking dart in your neck.
That's what I started with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now our first killbot is online and starts to go out into the mall, which just closed. Okay. The other one, killbots 2 and 3, or protectors 2 and 3, are also online, and they go to their respective levels because they can only 1 on one level, 2 on the second level, 3 on the third level of the mall.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets us to the party in the furniture store, which quickly goes from a dance party to having sex like 15 feet apart from each other.
A lot of lights.
3 of our couples in various beds, way too close to each other for my comfort, but you know, what are you going to do? Let's talk about Mike and Leslie for a minute.
Man. That's what you do.
Yeah, I don't know. Too many lights on. You're right. Turn those lights off, man.
They're very bright.
Let's talk about Mike and Leslie for a minute.
The fighting couple?
Mike's about to go down on Leslie, and she's like, "You know, I don't allow that." I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
What now?
She doesn't allow it, okay?
We need some ladies to drop some stuff in the fan mail and be like, what? Like, who doesn't allow this?
Written by a guy.
Yeah, I guess so. I have some thoughts, some theories on why Leslie doesn't allow this.
Ooh, is it like 1 week out of the month? Is that what you're saying? Is that your theory?
No, it's not that one. Mike does not stop chewing his gum the whole fucking movie.
Yeah, that's true.
And he chews his gum like a cow chewing cud, right? She doesn't allow it because he's probably chewing on her down there. He probably gives a very toothy cunnilingus. And then she's like, nope, don't like that.
No me gusta.
So maybe that's why she's like, I don't allow that. Because he's like, what do you mean?
I don't know.
Take the gum out. Forgive me. I'm just going to go ahead and say he's probably left the gum in there a couple times. Third time.
He does. That's right. I'm sure he
only once.
Yeah.
Comes up for air. He doesn't have his gum anymore. He's like, where? I left it somewhere.
Right. Anyway.
Okay, that's gross, guys. For the record, that was Charlie saying all that.
It was.
And then, Barbara Crampton. She shows us her Cramptons. Right after Greg tells her that she smells like pepperoni. But that should be a compliment, I guess. Because he loves
pause real quick. So I dated somebody who worked at a McDonald's. No, a Burger King.
Okay.
She totally, it was all over her. She smelled like Burger King.
You can't get away from it. Yeah.
No.
Like I worked at the movie theater and like just that popcorn and that butter smell like just caked into you all day, and you basically have to like undress outside, get hosed down before you can come in.
Yeah. I was a line cook for a time, and I just smelled like grease every night. I had shirts that I wear just for work because you can't even wash the smell out of it.
So Barbara Crampton hears pepperoni, and word association was like pepperoni nipples. Let's show these nipples. That's what she did.
That's it.
That's what it was.
More butter.
Susie Lynn.
Yeah, and then Allison and Ferdy, they're watching TV instead. So out of these four couples, take a wild guess who's going to make it to the end of the film.
Right.
Yeah. If you know the rules.
It's the 80s.
So they were not watching a scary movie. They were watching a 1960s like giant crab movie. That's not scary.
Attack of the Crab Monster from.
Was that what it was?
Yeah. They do kiss though. They kiss. They don't have sex, but they have kiss. And then I don't know which one, but one of the girls moans that you're the king.
Right.
I don't know which one that was.
You only hear it in the background, but you don't know who it is.
It had to be Leslie.
Right.
No, it wasn't Leslie. It sounded like maybe it was Barbara Crampton. Because isn't Greg the Furniture King? I don't know. It's not Ferdy and it's not Mike. I don't think it's Rick. Rick's not the Furniture King. It might have been Susie.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're doing all this stuff, and then we meet Walt the janitor, Dick Miller's character, best actor in the film.
Cleaning up vomit.
What is he mopping up? I was gonna say, what is he mopping up with? Like the mop bucket looks like gray paint. It's not even like soapy water.
It was like he was mopping up
paste.
It was like strawberry milkshake vomit was what he was like mopping up, and he was just using more vomit to mop it up. I'm like, stop it, dude.
Yeah. I love how his co-workers are talking shit to him, and he's like, if I find the little bastards that did this,
They're dead meat.
They're dead meat.
They're dead meat. Yeah.
And then, one of the protectors rolls up on him, sneaks up behind, and knocks his mop bucket all over his feet. He turns around. He's like, "Hey, you clumsy bastard!" Or no, he's like, "You clumsy son of a bitch!"
Yeah. Right.
I ought to turn you into.
Scrap metal.
Begging for it.
Just talking shit. Did they not inform the night staff to show these things their ID badge? He's wearing it, and he's wearing it, and then it does ask him to show it, he's like, my ID badge, and he like barely shows it, and he's still talking shit, and then he gets, he's like picks up the mop in like a threatening manner, like he's gonna whack the robot with it, and then it shoots the little taser out by his feet. He's like, the hell was that? And then when it turns the taser on, it electrocutes him.
Right, because
that's how that works.
Yeah. He was wearing rubber sole. I think he'd been fine. He would have been fine. But
yeah.
But
yeah.
So poor Dick Miller. Short scene. Love Dick Miller. Wish he was in this a little bit more. But yeah.
Did you like the cartoon lightning taser?
Always.
All around is the best.
Always. Like I got shocked one time on like an electric fence. Not in a bad way. It was like, I don't know, 100 volts or something. Like enough you could feel it, but not like it was enough that like you would dare your friends to like touch it, and you would just.
This sounds like a Charlie story, not a Mike story.
Right. But I was shocked that like I didn't see like lightning come up through
literally
all the way up through me. I'm like, I thought that's how that worked. Anyway, let's go back to Mike. He goes out for cigarettes, and he better hurry back to Leslie because why?
Because Leslie only smokes.
Virgin Slims. Virgin Lights.
Poor Dick Miller passed away in 2019 at the age of 90.
He did. Yes, he did.
Wow. Yeah. 90.
A good life. For somebody who survived Gremlins and Chopping Mall and the Terminator. He didn't survive any of them, actually.
No, he didn't survive Terminator.
All of them.
No.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Yeah. So Mike better hurry back
Slims.
with those cigarettes. He better hurry back because boobs, hurry back.
Boobs.
Definitely. I was telling Charlie before we started recording this that her IMDb literally starts off with a description of her boobs, basically. Susie Slater, it says, buxom, shapely, and attractive blonde bombshell. Susie Slater was born, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like,
damn.
It says born
June
13th, 19, question mark. So like,
you don't even know? Wow.
No. But yeah, buxom, shapely, and attractive blonde bombshell.
Jesus. What does Sydney Sweeney's bio start with?
It's probably something way more poetic than that.
Yeah, way more PC than that. Anywho, so Mike doesn't hurry back though. He gets got. Leslie, he goes to buy the cigarettes, and the little bot comes up to him and asks for his ID badge, which he's carrying around. I don't know why they all figure they have to carry him around. I guess they know about these robots that are roaming around.
They're properly prepped.
And they're properly prepped, so he gets his ID badge, shows it, but it doesn't seem to work, and starts to corner him, and then it chops his throat.
First it does, the sleep darts him into submission, and then goes over and takes him out with the chop of the throat, right?
Yep. Now Leslie goes to find Mike because she needs her cigarettes, so she's walking through the mall in her underwear, as one does.
As one does.
And then finds Mike. His throat's slit. She freaks out. Here comes the killbot around the corner. She takes off running. And now we see the killbots using their lasers.
Mm-hmm. Not very accurately.
No. Well,
and they're different.
One time it is. So and I got questions too. So lasers hit her twice in the back, and it chars the little sweater she's wearing, chars her shirt a little bit.
Yeah.
But if this hits you in the head, it blows her head to smithereens. The rest of the crew sees this through the window of the furniture store, and pieces of her head and blood get splattered all over the window. Now, question for you, Justin, on your first watch here. All of the kills have been very light on the gore. Like, they got him in the throat, but it's like a little tiny bit of blood. That's a little puncture. It's not much. Dick Miller, the electrocution, it's animated lightning. It's cartoonish. It's cartoonish, right? Did you expect that? Did you expect a head to explode?
And this, no, I was completely not expecting a full-on head explosion from this.
Like scanners.
Especially because, like you mentioned, we saw little like almost like Roman candles, like where it was like hitting the sweater and it was burning, and then be like, but like nothing like this. It
And then
didn't blow off a chunk of a leg.
The one that catches her face just blows her head completely off.
Like it was grotesque, and it was really good practical effect that like her head just is gone. It's just like blows up, and there's like a scraggly neck left behind.
It was great. I'm trying to think, but like of the 8 people, I mean, we'll do a kill count later, and we'll talk about that. But this is the only one that only exploding parts, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you know what the best part of this is? During the end credits, they do my favorite end credits thing where they show the people in the movie.
Yeah.
And give their name.
I hate that.
And for Susie Slater, her end credit picture is her head exploding, and the freeze frame. It's the freeze frame of just the head's already exploded, so it's just the guts freeze frame, and then Susie Slater pops up at the bottom. It's the best. It's the best version of that.
She must have pissed somebody off.
I don't know. Oh, it's so good though. Let's see here. So somehow protector number 2 has come down a level, and now both these things are entering the store, going after the other 3 couples that are left over. Like they never would. They don't enter the stores according to the rules that the guy set out. They like patrol the parts of the mall. They don't go in the stores.
I think when it ignored the 2 ID badges, we're to assume that like they're not paying. They're playing by their own rules at this point, right?
Right.
Yep.
Exactly.
Agree.
And then now they're also the worst shooting lasers ever, as there's like 75 lasers go off, but they miss everyone that's like 10 feet in front of them.
Like stormtroopers.
If they just had a, exploding headshot, now they can't hit anything.
Right.
I guess also these lasers that can do that much damage can't even penetrate a wooden door either. The crew makes it to like the stock room at the back of the store. They hide in there. They close it. They barricade it. These things apparently have bombs.
Pause real quick. They barricade it with cardboard boxes.
Well, I assume that I would hope that they're full. Like they're weighted. Like they have stuff in them.
They were tossing they were tossing them around like nothing.
Yeah.
Then we find out they have C4 goo that they can use on the door hinges.
Who knew, right?
Who knew?
You texted us that when you were watching this. You were like, robots have C4?
Right.
Of course they do.
It just gooed it on there. I'm like, oh, that seems like a pretty intense security measure to have.
Yeah.
It hinted at the laser that the one used later to cut a robot-shaped hole out of that door, but it didn't tell us about the C4.
Right. So they're hiding in there, and then, they realize that the steel doors that lock the mall up lock, so now it's midnight, and now they don't open till 6 a.m., so they are stuck in this mall for 6 hours.
Like the craziest looking doors ever.
They made it sound like it's like the worst possible scenario, and I'm like, it's 6 hours.
Yeah, I don't know not that bad.
I don't know if we want to step on could you escape this, but
there's probably
the mall's fucking huge, and later we find out that you can hide under a shelf and it's not going to see you. I'm pretty sure I can make it 6 hours in this mall.
It's like dogs that can't look up.
Yeah,
they can.
I know. You couldn't look down for sure.
So they send the girls up through an air duct to escape. The guys, they go out and look for weapons at the sporting goods store. And
turns out,
just like every good sporting goods store in the mall, there's just racks of shotguns and M16s and rifles just on a rack, not even behind the counter, just out on the floor.
And boxes of ammo.
Yep.
And all
that's
that
a real
stuff.
thing.
Yeah, it was 1986.
Yeah, We'll gloss over that.
We'll allow it.
Yeah, they're hunting boar or something with those machine guns.
Something like that. And then Rick gives us a great line. Let's send those fuckers a Rambo-gram.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And the guns don't do shit.
Nothing.
No.
Might as well have been throwing spaghetti at them.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
They do knock one of them over. Was that with
the propane tank?
Yeah, the propane tank gimmick. They rolled it under there like in Terminator. They threw like a little bomb under the tracks and it blows up one of the machines. So same deal here. They roll a propane tank over to it and blow it up with a blast and a gun blast, and then it tips it over. Yeah. But then we find out these things can stand back up.
Robot blood. That's great. What's that? Robot blood.
Yeah, the girls, they drop into another store out of the air duct and they start to make Molotov cocktails, if you will, with some small gas cans. That's a solid idea.
Not a good idea, actually.
No?
Because they don't explode. Molotov, is glass. You throw it explodes, and the fire spreads, right? This was these were heavy tin things that they were going to slide. It worked. I'll put it that way. But,
I mean, we find out at the end that blowing them up works, and I think that's what they were trying to do. But instead, Susie blew herself up.
Well, stupid Susie, though. She was the one who's like, I gotta get out of here. They need me.
Yeah.
They need me. The guys need you to what? Burn yourself on fire?
No.
Yeah.
No. Susie gets knocked over. No real effort to get out of the way.
No. They had 4 business days to save her.
They did Barbara Crampton dirty here.
Yeah, they did.
They did her bad.
Agreed.
No real effort to get out of the way. She's just kind of laying there on the floor. Like Michael McDonald and Austin Powers with the steamroller, that kind of distance. She's just like,
help, and they pan back and forth between
killed by her own cocktail. You never get killed by your own supply.
Yeah, don't do that.
Isn't that a line from Lord of War, that Nicolas Cage movie where he's a gun runner? He's like, rule number 1, don't get shot with your own guns or something like that.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good rule, though.
No, I just remember Scarface, don't get high on your own supply.
Was that Scarface?
He did not follow that rule, I'll tell you that much.
Nope.
Baron is mad.
So they're able to destroy Killbot number 2, Protector number 2 in an elevator. By getting it to go in the elevator, and they put the 2 propane tanks on top, and Birdie, who has seen Dirty Harry 24 times, so he knows how to shoot a 44 Magnum.
Of course.
Misses about 12 times, and then Allison yanks the gun out of his hand, and on the first shot hits the propane tank, blows it up. The elevator drops all the way from story number 2 to story number 1 and explodes.
Right.
Very, very reminiscent of Night of the Comet, where she and her sister are very gun savvy.
Her dad's a Marine, okay,
she says my dad's a Marine,
right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good shot.
Let's see. They try to get to the 3rd floor. There's a scene we can skip over where they're reminiscing a little bit. But they get to the 3rd floor because they realize the control room is on the 3rd floor. One of the protectors pushes Greg over the rail and he falls to his death.
Grabs him by the wrist and throws him,
Yeah. And I feel like they forgot. I feel like they forgot to look for the control room because I don't think they ever get there. Even though that was their plan. that was their plan, and they never go there.
Well, I think after one, we what's his name, Ferdy? We assume he's dead. We're jumping around a little bit, but that's probably why she gave up on the control room plan. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Not a very gory death for Greg. He falls, 30 feet splat, and then there's just when they show him laying there, I don't even think they made it look like his bones were broken. There's just a little red paint around his head, but he's just laying there. I'm like, damn, no splat, no, no arm bent the wrong way, none of that.
That's when they all heave open that metal gate, right, and roll under there into the department store on the 3rd floor.
Yeah. They hold up there, shut the gate, and then
set up the mannequins.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So they go in the store and wait, and then they once the protector gets up there. A good plan, I think. Set up a bunch of mannequins as decoys. What do you think of that plan?
Maybe spread them out a little further and have it change its have to turn a little bit.
Yeah.
But the other plan, which they didn't talk about they were going to do this, but they set up those mirrors behind the mannequins, which reflected the laser back at the protector.
Right.
That's what got him all freaking shocking himself.
Yeah, but not before that protector hits Linda, who decided to just stand still in the open, and she took a laser to the gut.
We had two things happen. Yeah, the laser bounced back at the robot, and he starts spinning like a crazy protector, shooting everywhere. She's standing there like an idiot.
Not moving, not looking for cover.
Just
standing there. Shot in the gut.
Obviously,
the movie is 76 minutes long. They had to kill everybody as quickly as they could.
And then
did we think Linda? I thought Linda was going to be the one to save us because she knows how to work on cars and she knew how to do all this stuff. They made a point of showing that she can get the car started on the first try. We are fighting against machines. I'm like, what are we doing, guys? You didn't write it that she had an idea.
Well, what happened was that she had sex earlier in the movie, so she had to die.
Go. She had to.
That. The opposite of the post-nut clarity, right? Gotcha.
There's rules.
There's rules.
You don't know the rules?
Yeah, but for sure. Was that? Wait, no, that wasn't Linda. That was who's the one that just got shot in the gut? That was
Linda. Linda's in the red flannel shirt. Yeah, that was Linda.
Okay. Yeah.
And then Rick, her boyfriend, sees that Linda died and gets all upset. So what does he do? He gets on this little motorized cart about 10 feet away and decides to ram the malfunctioning killbot from 10 feet away. Gets no speed up, no ramming speed, just makes contact with it and electrocutes himself.
Rookie move.
Dude,
as one does.
You're gonna run into that to destroy it, but you're you get no. I don't know. It's so stupid.
He was all adrenaline. He was all hopped up on emotion. Okay.
Meanwhile, you're holding that M16 and not using it.
Well, it doesn't matter. That thing's useless.
Yeah. So now we're down to just Allison and Ferdy, and Ferdy tries to shoot the killbot. The last one standing, because we have one killbot that exploded in the elevator. The second one is electrocuted and I think out of commission up on the third floor.
They split up, of course.
Yeah. And so Ferdy, I think tries to shoot it and then thinks that throwing the gun at it was going to help. And then he throws the fire extinguisher at it, and then I think it throws the fire extinguisher back at him.
Oh gosh!
Right in the chest, and he gets knocked back on his ass. And we think
he falls on his head. Yeah.
Yeah, we think he's dead. And this is where Allison.
He took out the laser, right? Didn't he shoot it point blank with the laser?
Yeah.
Okay, took out the laser, which
the laser on this one is now malfunctioning. Yep. Which helps. Yeah. So Allison hides in the pet store, Roger's little house of pets. She goes under a shelf. She tries to cover herself a little bit with a bag of food of some kind. The killbot knocks over some tanks, conveniently holding tarantulas and a giant fucking snake.
Yeah.
And so now these spiders and snakes are crawling all over her.
It was so bad.
Charlie, killbot or snakes? Which one are you taking your chance, Cubes?
I would take a killbot every day of the week, twice on Sunday. Snakes, fuck that. I'm out.
Yeah. Snakes, they wrap them around you and you're done.
Yeah, you don't know.
Yeah.
Snakes in the mall. That's what this should have been called.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, she's very calm throughout this. She makes it through. The killbot doesn't suspect her, doesn't find her. She gets up to run out of the store, but a cat startles her and she screams. And now the killbot is back coming after her. So now Allison, her plan is to hang from the third floor railing.
Oh my gosh.
By the bottom rung to avoid being seen.
Doing pull-ups, chin-ups.
And
the upper body strength.
the killbot, they can't look down, I guess. But it's just sitting there, like kind of scanning, but doesn't see her. But for long enough where she can't hold on anymore. She falls all the way through a tent, and she lands on like 2 suitcases. And that breaks her fall.
She almost destroyed the Ralph Sampson standee.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah. And then, yeah, those 2 suitcases break her 30-foot fall to the brick floor.
She's fine. But she was limping
She was limping, and she looked like she had scoliosis. That's for sure.
From dragging.
Whoa, she got the scoliosis?
Some kind of osis.
Yeah. Let's see here. So now she gets to the paint store and she hatches this plan.
You remembered the flare in her boobs.
She has a road flare that she's been hiding in her cleavage for the last 45 minutes.
Yep. As one does.
Traps it in a paint store. She starts cracking open gallons of paint, dumping them on the floor. Adding gallons of paint
that
thinner.
Flammable?
Paint is super flammable.
Well, she was throwing in
the paint thinner
with
too,
it.
Yeah.
She was paint thinner is super flammable, and she was adding that in there. So the theory was that the tracks on the killbot would get hung up in the paint and spin its wheels so it couldn't get out. And then she threw the road flare in there with the paint thinner, which exploded and set it on fire. So it couldn't get out because it was spinning its tracks in the paint. So that was the plan, and it worked. You know, very little bit of Terminator imagery with the killbot sitting there and with the fire all around and not being able to really move, struggling a little bit, and then it just dies.
Where did this take place? Like, do we know? Did they ever give us any hints?
I do know. I got it in the
It was a real mall.
It's a real mall.
But I mean, like
Sherman Oaks Galleria in California.
So California, okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm going back a little bit where she's calculating how much that they're gonna owe in damages. I'm like, nah, man, you guys are gonna be set for life. Like these robots.
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
Break in or not.
Anyway.
You break into a mall and a killer robot comes after you. Sue, baby Sue.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's how she kills the last one. And because it's the 80s, you have to say something really cool before you kill someone. And she says, "Hey, have a nice day," right before she throws the flare into the paint store.
Because that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying after.
I know.
That's
what the killbots would say. Have a nice day. Yeah. Birdie, he shows up. He's still alive after all.
Just got a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah, holding the back of his head that he is bleeding out of.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's right.
No paint on Allison at all.
No, not a drop.
I get out like a little itty bitty can and a little brush to fill in some nail holes or something. Inevitably, I get it all
in your beard.
Yeah, I should have put coveralls on because I'm gonna get it on my sword. It's gonna get somewhere. She is like holding gallons of paint against her chest and popping them open as fast as they can and throwing it across the room. Not a drop on her.
I got a theory that
incredible.
Ferdy plays dead. I think Ferdy was playing possum.
Oh yeah.
Ferdy laid there to see if Allison would be able to take care of it or not. He's like, I just gotta wait till those doors open up, man. That's all I gotta wait for.
I'm playing dead.
You just gotta make it 6 hours now. You gotta make it 6 hours.
Nice shot again.
Yeah.
Dude, what kind of fire hazard are those giant steel doors that
oh my god,
I have that in my nitpicks, man. I was like,
all right, let's move on.
The people, okay, so this is the end of the movie. Ferdy and Allison kiss, and the end.
The end.
Tidy 76 minutes. So yeah, that was one of my nitpicks. Is like you still have workers in the mall, the janitors and whatnot. You can't just lock everything down.
No.
What if there's a fire? Like the line from the Breakfast Club. But what if there's a fire?
What if there's a fire?
Hey, I'm not calling them dad.
What if your dope was on fire? Impossible. They're in Johnson's underpants.
Yep.
Whatever that line is.
Speaking of 80s, yeah.
Did the ending here stick the landing for you?
It was fine. Yeah.
Great.
It followed the trope. If you have sex, you die. So
pretty much
the two people that made it at the end were the two virgins. So
it did. It did.
It was fine. Sure. Good ending.
It's a great watch. Great watch.
A lot of fun. Did Atticus watch this with you, Justin, or Apollo?
No.
Nobody.
Atticus
Sarah?
when I told Atticus this was one of our Zooms, he was out. He doesn't normally partake.
Watch.
Yeah, I'll tell him that he'll like it. Yeah. Zoom.
Any favorite quotes? Like, let's send those fuckers a Rambogram.
Waitress more butter.
Waitress more butter. Not even a pause. Waitress more butter.
More butter.
Real quick cut.
They're like, I need 4 belly busters and the linguine bun. It's like, who's gonna eat all that? And they just point at the guy with like 4 other piles of food. It's like,
more butter.
Man. Anything the waspy couple in the beginning says.
Yeah, they were being me. I would be saying shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. You clumsy son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I'll turn you into scrap metal. Love it.
Yeah.
Couple of questions for you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
Is there deeper meaning here with a movie like Chopping Mall, like capitalism, law and order, consumerism, the Reagan 80s, or just nah?
Maybe. I mean, there's always like themes of like the youth or that middle generation between like, teenagers and adults are running amok. They're going crazy. All they care about is sex and all this stuff. And whatever, like with Friday the 13th and stuff, it's like people like to see them get their just desserts for being so carefree, right? So I think that's part of it. But
I think a lot of it is like a fear of technology. Like, I listened to this one podcast. I can't remember what it's called, but it was talking about like bicycles were going to be the end of society, and roads and cars are going to be the end of society. It's just whatever the generation is, malls are going to be the end of society. And for this movie in particular, it's technology is going to be the end of society, and we're going to have robots running around, running amok, doing whatever they want, and we're not going to be able to do anything, and blah, blah, blah. It's just like every 10 years, it's a new thing of this is going to end society. And we're on AI is going to end society as we know it, and probably not.
We know you welcome our AI overlords.
I do.
I always say please and thank you, man.
So do I.
Every time.
All the time.
So in the 80s, we had, like, to Charlie's point here, Blade Runner, Terminator, RoboCop, Cyborg, Deadly Friend, a movie called Runaway. Has anybody seen Runaway? With Tom Selleck and the lead singer. Yes.
I have.
It's so good.
It is good.
Like, they're little spider bots, and he's got this bullet that can, anyway, it's great.
Yep. Follow you around.
This technology stuff was the scariest thing during the 80s, right? Robots were all the craze, but what if they're not fun and cute?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where we are today with AI.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any favorite mall movies? Doesn't have to be horror. Maybe Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. But,
Mallrats pops out.
Mallrats is
fantastic.
Easy.
Yeah, it's the easy
Mallrats
one.
Yeah, that's a 90s. That's a 90s.
I'm just saying any mall movie.
He's saying anything that's been set in the mall.
Weird Science.
Dawn of the Dead. We've done on this.
Weird Science.
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah. Dawn of the Dead. Both of them.
Weird Science. Where was it? Anthony Michael Hall and whatever his sidekick name is. They were at the mall and trying to pick up girls, and Robert Downey Jr. and whatever his sidekick name is was like pouring purple slushies on them. Anyway, yeah.
Don't forget Paul Blart, guys.
Yeah, it was the time of the mall. 80s, 90s.
Paul Blart Mall Cop?
Yep.
Not me. Observer Report was funny, though.
Yeah, Observe Report was kind of like dark though. It had some like dark parts to it. I was like, dang, this is not as fun as like a Paul Blart.
No.
Let's see. Is Bad Santa, does that qualify as a mall movie?
It does. It showed up on lists.
Bad Santa,
I would say.
Hilarious. Yeah. Fast Times, obviously. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Plenty of mall stuff. Big mall scene there. But Mallrats, I think, is the king. Mallrats and Chopping Mall.
Yep.
And Mannequin, the movie where the guy falls in love and has crazy.
That was my movie in the 90s. I love this idea of the love and the mannequin, and it's totally unrealistic when you look back at it. But I mean, yeah, I love that movie.
What is it? It's not realistic.
Nah.
Do you have a favorite below the line actor in this film? So not Kellie Maroney, not Barbara Crampton.
Not Crampton.
Someone below the line. For me, it's Dick Miller, but I want to know if you guys have something.
I mean, it's got to be Dick Miller because my childhood was Terminator and Gremlins as well, right?
Nope.
So
I'm gonna go with what's her name? Susie Slater.
Susie Slater. Yeah.
She doesn't fit below the line.
Oh, she fits.
Slater, you brought her.
Slater, I hardly know her.
Yeah.
Which kill was best?
There's only one answer.
What is it?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you guys. I mean, I think we're all.
I think there's two candidates.
Okay.
It's Dick Miller.
Dick Miller.
Exploding.
When did we stop putting animated lightning around people to show they were being electrocuted? Have we stopped doing that yet?
The world got sadder that day when we stopped it. Yeah.
Or obviously Leslie, the head exploding.
Right, the head exploding is
that one came the most out of nowhere. Like I said,
the tone.
The few kills before it, it's like the cartoony electrocution. It's like the throat slashes are very minimal gore. They're not splatter. They're just little punctures, tiny little blood dribble, and then her head just
boom.
Like
and after she's been shot like a couple times in the ass, in the back, and then all of a sudden it's like boom, her head.
Yeah, incredible. Could you escape this? Where did our victims go wrong? We talked about this. Yes. Hide for 6 hours somewhere in a big fucking mall where a robot can't see under shelves. Piece of cake.
Easy.
just be quiet.
Yeah.
Stand, anywhere. A break room.
Just get up at the air ducts and lay down.
Too hot. They made it somehow the robots controlled the air ducts and turned up the heat on them. I was like, what?
Fuck it.
Use your sweater.
To drop down in the gun store.
Guns don't do nothing.
They didn't.
They did not do.
But they probably had grenades in that same store if they had giant machine guns.
I mean, they had a fucking M16.
They probably had RPGs and shit.
With ammo.
Yeah. All right, what do we got?
Let's see. We got who's the dumbest character? I don't know. Do we have an extra hour? There's so many.
I don't
Here are the nominees.
Let's hear it.
Rick for the useless motorized cart stunt.
That was pretty dumb, but he was pretty tough early on.
Yeah. Ferdy for trying to throw the gun at the metal killbot.
Hey, he lived.
He did live.
He automatically is not the dumbest.
Right. My nominee, I'm gonna say it's Mike. I don't know if you caught this, but when the killbot corners him, he's clearly pulling on a push door. Like, we've all done it, but after the first try, you're like, oh, I'll try the other way. But he pulls like 5 times on this door handle, and it's clearly a push open door. He's just pulling on it like 5 or 6 times.
I feel like Mike was just doing Mike.
Oh, stuff, and he chews gum while he's eating out girls. So
okay. We have a winner.
I don't know, what about Susie? Susie's the one who had to get out of the damn because Greg needs her.
Well, they turned the heat up in the air duct because they knew they went that way, so she was burning up in there. I was with Susie on that one because I'm claustrophobic. I ain't crawling around in that air duct very long. I'm like, get me the fuck out of here.
I don't know,
it's hot now too. I really need to get the fuck out.
To give Mike a little bit of defense, like he brought his badge. He knew those robots might be out there. He also got trank darted, man.
Because he pulled on the push door 7 times.
He got trank. No, it was before that. Like, wasn't it? Like, or I don't know.
I don't know.
But
yeah. Anyway, anybody who's the dumbest? Are we saying Susie? Mike?
I'll say Mike.
Yeah. Mike and his toothy cunnilingus.
No.
Okay.
Right, what else we got?
Body count.
What do we got? 7.
Nope. No. It's 9.
I believe it is 9. Yes. It is.
I never get that right.
I had to run the math because the 6 of 8. 6 of 8. The two
guys.
And
the
then
janitor,
right? Is that it?
Yep.
That's 3.
Yeah, the janitor, the 2 control
and 6
room
of
guys,
the 8.
and then 6 of the 8 from the couples.
Hmm.
Would it be 10 if you that's assuming the guy in the presentation did not die. They said that was sleep darkness.
Oh, he went home.
So that's
he went home.
Yeah. And then
he did that presentation and left.
There's also 3 killbots. So it's 9, it's 12 if you count the killbots.
Nah, they're
No.
hunks of metal, man.
Yep. Sounds good. 9 is the number. The
9.
gore score.
Not very gory at all.
3 for the exploding head.
I gave it a 4.
4?
Give it a 4 for the exploding.
I said, yeah. I'm like, if you got an exploding head, it's a minimum 4. And they show it. They show it again with the freeze frame at the end, which is great. So I gave it a 4.
The Mike effect, like that was bad. Like that loose flap of skin on Mike. I was like, that's real bad, guys.
That was really bad.
Yeah,
that was super awful makeup work on that. So bad.
It was no Heather Langenkamp and the Merman.
Nope. All right, here's some fun facts for y'all.
I
read through Q&A with Kellie Maroney. She mentioned that being from Minnesota, she wanted to be an actor, but that wasn't something anyone said back in the day because if you weren't from California or New York, you didn't really get to. So she became an apprentice at a theater, and because they couldn't afford to pay her, she got to take acting classes for free. And in one season, she got to train with F. Murray Abraham, Stephen Lang, and William H. Macy.
Wow.
That's pretty fucking good acting class, if I'm saying so myself.
That's great.
For free?
For free.
Good for her. Stephen Lang he's Sisu, right? And
no, he's
Avatar?
He's in Sisu.
Oh, okay. And he's in
not
Avatar.
Mike, we got to know, did you watch either the Sisus yet?
No, I haven't watched it
Oh,
yet.
man.
Oh, Mike.
I know.
They're right up your alley.
Yeah,
Mike.
I know. I'll get there.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's the bomb. Mostly for, like, recognize Avatar.
VFW.
And VFW. And he was in the Sisu sequel.
Don't Breathe. He's in like... He's
Don't
everywhere.
Breathe. That's the one I was thinking of, too.
He's found his place.
Don't Breathe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you what, if I met him, I'd be like, I don't trust you. Because he's a creepy guy and everything, except VFW.
Yeah.
It's a good guy.
I mentioned this was filmed in the Sherman Oaks Galleria in California, the same mall that they used in Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and the same mall that they used in Commando in 1985.
Oh, nice.
Some other sources cited that Interspace and T2 were also filmed at this mall, but most other places only noted Fast Times and Commando and others.
Where he's hacking the ATM?
No, he does that outside. It's when they're stalking him through the before they have the gunfight in the hallway, in the back hallway, whatever. But anyway, this Chopping Mall was filmed in 22 days. They filmed it after the mall closed every night. They had to be cleaned up and out of there by 9 a.m. every day. The original title was Killbots, but test audiences thought it was going to be a Transformers type movie. And so that's when it was changed to Chopping Mall.
I agree with it.
Chopping Mall's a better title. But there's
Chopping
not
Mall's
many. There's not much
not
chopping.
a bad title.
I like the cleverness, but there's not enough chopping.
No chopping.
I want to see some missing limbs.
Have you seen I found a poster that actually had like a demonic hand holding like a bag. I'm like, that has nothing to do with this movie.
Yeah.
Nope.
On the poster, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Right.
Ugh. Gross.
Justin, this one's for you. In 2023, James Wan announced that he would be interested in doing a remake to Chopping Mall.
Nice.
Let's go. Like, what are you waiting for? Other than the fact that nobody goes to malls anymore. So he'd have to work around that. But
it'd have to be called Chopping Amazon.
I want to see James Wan's Chopping Mall. That's for sure.
Chopping Insta.
Just set it in the 80s, like that season of Stranger Things.
There you go.
Just set it in the 80s. Like, who cares?
Yep. All you gotta do. Yeah.
Yeah. Horror Hall of Fame. I think we already put the director in first ballot, right? Like we skipped the rules and just put him in, right?
I don't think we did, Mike.
No, sir.
You guys don't like The Hills Have Thighs?
Okay, as far as naming his movies, A+.
I thought everybody liked The Devil Wears Nada. All right.
I kind of jumped the shark a little bit.
I gotta Google that now.
Don't do it on your work
computer.
Do
it on your work computer. Is the killer a Hall of Famer? Killbots.
Nah.
Hall of Fame villains?
No.
I don't think so either. They're not on that level.
They're on level 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Are
any of the heroes here Hall of Famers? I'm saying no.
No.
Were there any movie props that you want to nominate? I don't think you can say the Killbots, because if we're not putting them in as a killer, you can't just put a Killbot in the Hall of Fame, because then the Killbot's in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, more of a prop than a thing.
Well, Mike suggested a special section where we have videos playing. What about the instructional video or the promotional video for the Killbots?
Okay. Maybe. I can play after the blood orgy from Event Horizon.
Yeah, just a different screen, different wall.
Yeah. That's an option. There wasn't really anything I found. I was like, I don't know, the Molotov cocktails? I don't know.
Those stained couches that they were going to sell?
Right.
Killbots.
You want them in there?
Leslie's implants? I don't know. The cigarette machine?
Whoa.
The cigarette vending machine, so that 30 years from now, people could be like, what the fuck is that?
How about that cook's shirt?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
That was disgusting.
Like, don't put an apron on now.
He was just wiping food on it in front of everybody.
Spoon, yeah.
Yeah. All right, the cook's shirt. Yep.
Cook's shirt.
All right, guys. Final thoughts on Chopping Mall.
This is a blast from the 80s. I'm so glad you recommended it because, it was perfect. It was all the 80s compacted into a 72-minute movie. What was it, 76?
76, yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie, loved it. I mean, it was like totally brought me back to the 80s. I'm sure I watched this movie back when it came out. I don't remember exactly, but I mean, chef's kiss. I mean, 80s mall culture and the type of horror movies that were coming out then. It was great.
Agreed.
My only nitpick that I do feel like they missed an opportunity to use Linda a lot better than they did. Because why else? No, not in any way.
Well, okay.
Not in that way. But I'm saying, why else show us that she's like the mechanic and she can't fight off these robots? That one bothered me. Okay.
Yeah.
Agree.
You're right. I agree with that one wholeheartedly.
Do you like that she had the underwear that she was gonna wear? Like, she's like, I guess you won't be needing these. It's like you're bringing different underwears. He doesn't care. Like,
Oh, he cared. Did you see him hightail it out of there? He cared.
He did. He slammed on it.
We gotta hurry up and get to that party quick.
Anyway, yeah, gratuity, nudity, the sci-fi element. So it wasn't just like a slasher film, but it was a slasher bot film, right?
Yeah.
But it was different. It was fun.
Yeah. This movie's just a fun hang. Really enjoy it. It's one that you can just throw on with a group of people and laugh your way through it. It's a fun time. It's a trip down memory lane with all the 80s camp and the score and the soundtrack and the clothes and the everything in the mall. It's a fun
I tried to find out if RoboCop took any inspiration for their little fully automated guy. What was that one called?
Not the actual RoboCop, but the one
not
that
RoboCop, but the
one that malfunctions in the opening in the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know. That thing was huge, though. That thing took up the whole size of the fucking room.
Yep. It was bad at stairs, though.
Doesn't RoboCop say "Have a nice day"?
Have a nice day.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Sounds right.
RoboCop ripped this off. All right. No, I love RoboCop. RoboCop's one of my favorites. All right, guys. Our next host with the most, it's Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie, the selection is yours.
And I'm going to stick with 80s camp horror with a little bit of H.P. Lovecraft twist, starring Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton, coming back to back. From Beyond, 1986, same year. Oh, so good. You're gonna
couple
love
of
it.
40th anniversaries, Chopping Mall and From Beyond.
Yep.
Yeah, From Beyond is batshit crazy.
It really is.
Like, it is Lovecraftian. It is all hopped up on like hornball stuff too. Like it's like
Reanimator. It's everything.
There's like a little save it for the pod, but I like the pick.
You're very welcome for my service.
It's gonna get a high gore score.
It's gonna get
maybe,
we'll see. Yeah.
But higher than Chopping
Chopping Mall.
You know who else is in it? Ken Foree from
Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Yep, he sure is.
And a number of other things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't wait. Sounds like a good one. All right, guys.
Got a fancy way to take us
out of here. Yeah. Thank you for listening to the All Guts So Gory podcast. If you like what we do here, best thing you can do for us is rate and review wherever you get your podcasts. When you go to the shopping mall this weekend, tell your friends about it. Have them listen. If they like it, they can rate and review it as well. If you listen to us on cassette tape, make sure you don't lose that tape. But no, if you listen on Spotify, make sure you're actually following us on Spotify so you don't miss your favorite horror movies being broken down by us. Follow us on Instagram at allgutssogorypod. There's a link in our show notes where you can drop us some fan mail, talk to us about Chopping Mall or what your favorite horror movies might be. Maybe you got a request for a movie you want us to cover, something like that. Anything you want us to talk about. All right, guys. For Charlie, for Justin, I'm Mike. This is All Guts So Gory. Andy, take us home.
This is the end, friend.